Hey everyone, it's Right Click. I am a top 500 Mercy main, and today we are going to be doing some educational content. We're going to be reviewing one of my viewers' games and
Platinum.
to teach them how to get better at Mercy. And this is something I like to do for my community because it's something I feel very confident about, and I feel like I'm able to teach other people about this. And I enjoy it. It's one of my favorite things about content creation. Uh, is to like give back and like teach other people because I had to learn all by myself. I only solo queue. I never really consumed like a lot of Mercy tutorial or educational content when I first started playing, and I still don't really, to be honest. But I've been playing this game for a very long time. I peaked rank 25, which was actually #1 Mercy in North America. So that was very cool. And this season, this season we ended up actually getting to rank 2 again, which was really cool because there's no Mercies in top 150. But anyway, I think we can just like dive in. I'm gonna really quickly talk about just some like expectations for this video quickly to just like set some ground rules on like what's gonna happen, what you can expect. I think this content will be really good for someone who is like genuinely trying to improve at Mercy. Not everything in this video is going to be flashy. The editing is going to be very raw. Like I don't have time to honestly like edit videos super flashy and like whatever. So if you are genuinely trying to learn, I think this is a great video for you. If you are trying to be like massively entertained, maybe not the right video because this is going to be like very educational. So if you are stuck in a rank that you feel like you don't deserve, or you know, you're like new to playing Overwatch or new to playing Mercy, like I think this will be really, really helpful for you because I think I'm pretty good at coaching other people, and I've had good results where like on average after I do a VOD review for someone, people have told me they climb like an average of 8 ranks, which is really exciting. So it would be going from like bronze 5 to silver 2 or something like that. So feel free to strap in, listen up, and we're gonna dive into this. Before we get started though, I'm just going to quickly explain and quick plug for like how you could get one of these for yourself as well. So there's like 2 ways, and I'll link all this information in the description below. So I have a doc that just kind of goes over this. So over my gameplay review processes, there's like 2. One, you can either pay. It's like $20 on my coffee here, and there's some like additional add-ons, and you can get a better rate too if you like purchase more. And there's also a free one, which is what the vast majority of people do. So you don't have to pay. I just offer a paid option if people don't want to wait. Okay, wait, this is actually outdated. Whoops. I literally just noticed that. Ignore that. Oh, fuck. Okay, I'll fix this later. But it's like, actually I fixed it now. Or wait, did I? Okay, technical difficulties. Anyways, this is old, but you can also earn it for free just by watching my stream on Twitch, which is where I do most of my content creation, and I play Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Oh, it literally says here from 6:30 to 10:30 p.m. Pacific time. And basically all you do then is you'll like go to my Twitch and you just redeem your 50,000 channel points, which will probably take like a couple or a few months to earn, and then send some info in Discord and I'll review it for you. And that's like how it's working for this exact one we're doing right now. This person redeemed oh wait, actually I think this person might have paid. I'm literally lying, sorry. I think this person did pay, but the vast majority, like 99% of mine, are free. Okay, and I'll link this info on how you can get one for yourself if you enjoy this content in the bio. And yeah, this is where you would go. This is the coffee. If you want to pay, you would just click on my services and it'll pop up, give you an idea of what you'll be getting, why you should trust me, what you can expect, and just instructions on how to do it. And then you just pay down here. Like I said, if you want to buy, you can buy a package of 3. And if you want them live, you can do them live too. This is an offline one, so I'm doing a recording and I'll post it on YouTube later. Great. And yeah, most people really enjoy it. So I hope you guys are strapped in and ready to enjoy the video. And by the end, we will leave with a note sheet too for the person who, you know, requested this with all the tips I recommend. I sorted it into 3 categories. There's the keep doing this category, which is all about like things that they're doing well and I want to see them continue to do. Stop doing this, so things that they like actively should like think about stop doing, and then start doing this is things that they like have not been doing that I think they can incorporate more. And I do it this way because I think it helps, like, this is what you're doing well, this is what you need to like your things that you do that are like hurting you or bring or like holding you back, and then things that you have not started to do or things you're lacking in doing that like I want to see more of. And I think doing it this way can be really helpful for someone. So and yeah, this is just where this is my stream. You would just redeem the points down here in the rewards section. You just like click in the chat and then it's here. Okay, great. Let's get started. So today we're going to be doing a review for I Don't Heal, which is a member of Twitch community, which is awesome. And they want to know if there's anything more they could be doing to get themselves into Masters after being Diamond since Season 3. There's a pretty long time. And they also want to know any bad habits they're doing. And they said they love my stream, so thank you. I Don't Heal. And they're currently Diamond 1. They're really, really close, actually. So I've got the game ready, and so let's go check it out. And I'd love to give you some helpful. And before I do, we're gonna get their notes ready too, so we can take notes while we review the game. Okay, so let's take. Awesome. Okay, so we play.
Ready
Great.
for battle.
Here they are. And let's skip ahead just a little bit.
Ready for battle.
Okay, so we're playing on Circuit Royale, I think is the name. I'm the worst with map names, you guys. But this I think is actually like a decent, like pretty good map for Mercy.
4, 3.
To be honest, like any map that has a payload is pretty good for Mercy, like relative to other maps. Like Mercy does not do well when you have to capture a point. She's a little bit worse at that, especially if it's like something like Clash or Flashpoint, where it's constantly just like capping points. Mercy struggles more on those maps, specifically in high elo. In lower ranks, doesn't really matter. Like you could run Mercy Lucio every game in bronze, silver, gold, plat. If your team is better, you're gonna win. Like the hero picks don't generally really matter that much. It's more about what you're doing with the hero you're playing, and just like not making like kind of like silly mistakes or just like uneducated mistakes. And so anyways, I do think this map is like pretty good for Mercy as far as it goes, but it's not a super big deal because this is Diamond. We're starting to get high elo though, right? Like we're like on the border, the cusp of Masters, which is super exciting. And so let's talk about your comp. This is generally a map where both teams in high elo will typically run Sigma. Obviously not every game. Here we've got, looks like Reinhardt versus Ball. I don't really know a ton about like these tanks on this map, but I do think Reinhardt's probably not super good on this map. It's long sight lines, and I think his shield is going to get like super abused. Whereas it makes sense the enemy team has like Widow, Ashe, Yari, like this map has like lots of long sight lines, and Ana too, so like this makes sense as a good comp, which is why I think Mercy is good on this map, because you can pocket people across, like hit scan from across the map. Hit scan means like when they shoot their bullet from long range, or really from anywhere, it instantly does damage. And it tends to be used for like, you think of like heroes like Ashe, Sojourns, Rail, Widow, like these are like hit scanned heroes, like Soldier, like their bullets immediately hit. It's not like Torb or Symmetra. And so your comp is like kind of weird because you got 2 projectile DPS and then you got like Ball. It's just kind of like a weird comp. So what I would try to do here is like just like not let anyone die as much as possible. You don't really have a ton to damage boost, but I would maybe sit on like just like swap between Torb and Junkrat depending on what's going on. And it's going to be really hard, I think, to heal Ball. So I think you guys kind of don't have a very good comp.
1.
which is unfortunate. And then just try to not let Ana die. You can sometimes pocket Ana though, because she is hit scan. Good. I would just like crouch here. Nice. I like playing down in this area as well. You can do a little super jump if you need to help them. But make sure you stay out of the sight line of the Widow. The Widow is really oppressive on this map, so you just don't want to be seeing her. So be really, really careful. You're like sitting in the sight line of Widow for a pretty long time. Right here. We are like, this is why you get shot. You are really, really, really sitting. I want to make sure you see this. So I know you just were behind the wall, but you are like certainly not anymore. And if Widow was actually peeking right now, she would kill you. Where's the Widow? Yeah, she's sitting over here. She probably can't see you right now. But you are just peeking everyone. I just want to make sure you see what happens from their perspective. Like, you are not very well hidden. See, you're just like asking to get shot. So it's good that you're playing back there, I think, but just really try to be cautious and very cognizant of like what the enemy team can see. And obviously you can't be perfect. It's like literally pretty much impossible to never peek the enemy team. But I would just highly recommend like try to minimize as much as possible the time that you're peeking them. Oh wait, we both have Ryan now. Okay, make sure to heal Ryan. Nice. I like where you're playing. This is where I play as well. This is a really good spot because let's just briefly discuss why for anyone who's watching as well. Like, the reason I like where you're positioned is for them to get you, they really have to turn the corner on this and push into space that really isn't theirs. Like, this is like, what's the word for it? This is like territory that's this like turning the corner here starts turning into like contested territory. And even like your team's territory. So it's very hard for them to walk up and pressure you here and even to go up here. Like, this is definitely like contested territory. Like, they shouldn't just be able to sit up here and without your team punishing them. And so you just want to make it as hard as possible for yourself, like you're doing here, to force the team into a bad position to be able to aggress upon you, right? So like if they come up here, say the Widow grapples up here and she just hits a sick shot on you and then runs away. Honestly, you just gotta sometimes be like, okay, too good. Like, that was just a really good shot. And hopefully your team can trade you out. Because like, hopefully after they like see the Widow shoot you here or something, the Junkrat can like jump up here and combo her or something. And hopefully the teams can start trading. So you just want to make it as hard as possible for them to aggress on you. And this is a great spot to stand in because you can see just how much they would have to like turn this. First they'd have to go through Junkrat and Ryan and then like go on to you. It just would be a lot, right? So I really like where you're standing. Just be really careful about not peeking through that room too much. I would maybe Velk to help Ryan here. Thanks. Yeah. If I were you, I'd go res and pull it around the corner. Nice. Yeah, nice. That's exactly what I was hoping you'd do. Be careful, be careful. So I think the Velk here is like a little bit late. I don't know if you could save Ryan anyway, but I think it's late. The biggest problem here is Ryan walks up and like denies Ana vision of him. It would be nice if your Ana would like proactively relocate to help him, but you'll see he starts walking up and starts denying. Yeah, like he is really far in there. Unfortunately, your Ana is like healing the Torb. So by the time that you like, by the time she like repositions to like start shooting him, he is like 1 HP and it's just too late. I think this res is really important because, and I think you did it pretty well. I personally would have gone like instantly and res that thing, but I think what you did was totally fine and it worked. You need a tank here, right? Like, you're not going to win this without a tank. So I like that you go for the res on the tank because you just can't hold the space without a tank, right? Or here you're like, here, I want to show you from Widow's point of view. You are just sitting in the air so calmly, I would love to see you like try to be a little bit evasive. Watch from Widow's point of view. You were just like kind of sitting there in front of her.
Nano boost administered.
Yeah, I mean, not a ton you can do there. I think maybe the Valk was like a little late, but I don't think it changed a ton. The main issue is your Rhine walked too far up and Ana wasn't like proactively expecting him to do that either. So she didn't like think ahead and try to help. And I like that you take Angelic Recovery. I think that's the better of the two minor perks. They're both really bad. And this, I'm recording this before the new patch comes out where they're replacing it with the 100 overhealth. I think that'll be a pretty good perk. And will probably be what I pick every game, but I don't know yet. As of right now, I think Angelic Recovery is what I pick 100% of the time. I never pick King Reach. I would res instantly, res that, res that, res that, res that, res that, res that. Nice. You're slow on this. Like, higher ranks you play against, they're not gonna give you 3 seconds to decide if you want to res something. Like, you need to. I think maybe you messed up your GA, but you need to res that instantly. Like right here. Yeah, I think you just messed up your. Actually, I don't know what you did, but I think you just need to res that fast. They're gonna aggress and take space away, and you won't be able to heal jump, kill jump, kill jump. I like that you're okay. I think you should have healed Junk, but I think it seemed like he probably would have died anyway. He didn't instantly blow up his bomb. But I like that you turned to look over to help Ana. Using sound effects is really important on Mercy, so you can get a fast reaction time, and also just like in general keep an eye on everyone, and it gives you a lot of information. Like that's the sound of Ana taking damage, right? She goes like ah, or like whatever. She like starts like ah, like that hurt. And so you should like listen for that, and I think it's good you did that there. So I can tell you're like paying attention to the sound effects. I would Belkin res. Oh, actually, yeah, maybe it's good you didn't, but now you're gonna be down Ana, and you might be down Rhine too. To be honest, I think you needed to Belkin res that. Let's like go back and watch this. I think right here we need to Valken res. You don't have enough time for another fight. Which like obviously this isn't ideal, but I think it would be good if you right here Valked and grab the soul and pull it around. I think it's this one. And try to turn this into a 4v5. Wait, a 4v5, yeah. Versus you just like slowly bleed out here, right? Because then like Ana can't get out is the problem. You kind of like have to quickly assess here that Velking and Rezzing is the best way to possibly stop them from getting the objective here, right? Like, you have someone coming back. Torv just died as well. I didn't realize. But yeah, you think you definitely need to Velk and quickly res this for the exact reason I told you a few minutes ago. Like, they are gonna aggress, and you are gonna completely lose the opportunity to res, which is what happens. And then you guys just get pushed in. Ana gets picked off. You just can't win anymore. You know, what ends up becoming a 2v5. But if you res right here, maybe you win 20% of these. And that's you sometimes like to win games, you need to take a risk. And like that's I think the best solution was to Valken res, because Ana just cannot get out here, right? She is just dead. She's too slow and doesn't have your movement. So you guys just end up like not being able to touch in time.
The payload has reached the chamber.
Do something.
Let's like pause really quick and take some notes because I don't want to forget everything that we're. Okay, great. So first and foremost, I would be like start like repositioning quicker to res and like have a lot more urgency to get your reses off. You are taking like too long to assess slash like are not are not like like I don't know how to say, are not like immediately like going for reses that are like safe slash like, or that like actually not that are safe, that like need to be rezzed to like win the fight. So like as you like climb higher, like teams will increasingly take space away from the team that has a mercy to deny the res. So I would like highly recommend like having like urgency to get a res off, and like try to do like the mental calculus to figure out like if you need to get a res off, which can be like a combination of factors to consider. So like one would be like, will you get another fight after this? Like if not, you should probably just go for the res. Unless it's completely lost, like a 1v5. Like a 1v5 or some, usually like a 2v5. Two, I would think about like here, it's like, will you get another fight after this before the enemy team gets to the checkpoint or the round ends? Like that's the first thing I think about. I'm trying to think what other important things I would consider. Like when I told you like, okay, you need to res this, like to like how feasible is it to res? So like if you have Velk or there's like natural cover, like that's helpful for getting the res off. And then like 3, or also if the enemy team just used a ton of like impactful abilities to kill the target you want to res, like you can like instant res a lot and their abilities are on cooldown still. And then 3, it's like, who can you res? Like if you can res a tank, a lot of the time that can be like very game changing because they have high health pools, which helps to hold slash take space. Okay, that was a lot of information, but like from what I've seen so far, I think one issue is I think the reses are like kind of slow, and you're like, you missed one there that could have helped you guys stop the second point. Okay. What else did I say? Stop like peeking unnecessarily, or like slash like in a way that like exposes you for a long period of time. Like no one is perfect. Obviously, like everyone makes mistakes. I think no one's perfect, but like think about where you are standing slash like flying when you're trying to get your beam on someone. And then I would say like good job of positioning behind natural cover to force the enemy team into a bad spot to aggress upon you. Good job with that. Okay. I don't think there's anything else. Uh yeah, I think that's pretty good. So let's dive back into it. So now we're on third point. So I would kind of like to see you. Well, it's not. Honestly, this is good for you guys that they just did that. So why am I saying that? Like, why am I saying it's good that they just nano bladed? Because your tank just randomly decided to feed. So they were gonna get all this cart push no matter what, right? Like Like the card is pushing whether they nanoblade this or not, right? Because you literally just like don't have a tank that can stand here and stop the cart. So like they were probably going to get the cart to like right here, no matter what, or like maybe even like right here, no matter what happened next, right? Like if all four of you just backed up, like the same result. So it's not good that they just nanobladed after they killed your tank, right? It's like a waste of alts. So that was like what I would call poor alt economy here, because they're not going to win the round off of this, right? Like you guys get another fight. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of Overwatch is like not so much even the character you're playing. It's like planning your fights between objectives. And so this was just their first fight on this objective, and so they still have to win at least like one more fight. And so they massively hurt their alt economy there, right? Because they could have hit you guys with Alari, Rhine, Nanoblade to secure the round, but instead they wasted probably their most powerful combo. So, like, yeah, it sucked that Monkey died, but it's good that they just wasted their Nanoblade. And it's good that you held alt. I mean, I wish you used it on second point, but it's good that you held it. So now you guys get another fight here and you can Valk. And I like that you have chain boost. That's why I pick almost all the time. I think you need to Valk. Valk. You need to get out. Valk. Oh, actually, now don't Valk, but... I said now don't Valk because you guys got 2 kills, but... We're like really holding this alt for a long time. Valk is like not good enough to be held this long because you could have probably built another Valk by now. Or like you would be close now. So I think I might give you some advice to like try to Valk more. Oh, your Junkrat is like super unaware. Or maybe he's just trying to avoid him, but... Your Junkrat is stressing me out. Like, why is he over there? He's gonna die now. Yeah, I don't know. So into a Reinhardt, it can be really, really good. I like that you have the chain damage boost one because I think it's gonna really help break Rein's shield. The way you beat Rein is breaking his shield a lot of the time, and so from like afar. So I think like we need to be Valking, or we need to like... Now we shouldn't because you guys got killed, but like Ana's gonna build another nano by the time... Okay, I would res this because... Yeah, okay, good. I wasn't sure if you're trying to hold res because like in theory by the time he gets back you might have been able to not use the cooldown before they start another fight, but you're not far enough ahead in the fight. I think you're actually even, where it makes sense to like hold your res and just let them come back and just not eat the 30-second cooldown. Like it can be good to just, if you know they'll get back by the time, like if they'll get back naturally by the time the next fight starts, it's good to not Valk. Like if you don't have to, but, or not Valk, sorry, res. But that was still a 4v4 and you don't want to risk it, so I would just res that.
I remember this feeling.
Wow, you were res. Nice. Big. Your Winston is feeding out of his mind. Same with your Junkrat, I feel like. But this just goes to show, like, I just feel like a lot of the things people in low ranks, not that this is a low rank, but just you can see compared to like high elo and just what like high elo, like medium to high elo, like there's still a lot of feeding that's going on and stuff. Yeah, you still haven't ulted. So I would really like to see an ult going this fight, and hopefully your Winston will stop the cart here. That's a really good place to stop the cart. Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen,
nice.
start your engines.
Valk.
Do something.
So, wait, Velk.
Better be more careful.
We need to touch Velk, 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 Velk,
Heroes
Velk,
never
Velk,
die.
Velk. I would definitely resin the bubble right now. Resin the bubble, resin the bubble. Nice. Big.
On my watch. I'm here to help.
10 seconds.
Setting out the welcome mat.
Okay, nice. You guys ended up holding, but I really think we need to like Velk a lot more. That was a good resin the bubble. But
Power grows. Checking in.
I think you used like one Velk over like 4 or 5 fights, and ideally you would be getting more like iterations out of it.
Score.
So I would like to see you do that
2.
more.
Switching sides.
Okay, let's skip ahead. But it's good that you guys ended up holding, and the Velk did end up becoming clutch for getting that res off. I do think you probably could have res that not in Velk too in the bubble, but it's good that you Velked and got it off at the end. It helped you get back faster. Okay, let's take some notes really quick. Like, please use your ultimate more often. Really a pretty weak ult, but the upside of Velk is that you can build it very quickly. So I would highly recommend using it like almost every fight you can that starts off as like a 4v5, 5v5, or 5v4 to like secure that fight. In general, it's good to like hold your Velk if it's not going to like defend your team in the same way that like Lucio Beat or then Trank would, but you like as a player should try to Velk. Okay, great. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. The main thing was like I just wanted to see you Velk more. Sorry, I'm trying to get this all on one line. If you can res a tank, a lot of the time that is boom. Okay, nice. Game changing. Nice. Boom. Okay. Back to the review.
1.
Okay, nice. You have a Sigma. Sigma is like
With any luck,
hard meta on
we'll
this
find
map,
out
so that's
soon
good you
enough.
have that. Sigma's like just so good on Circuit Rail. He's very self-sustaining and he can poke, and it's like his orbs do really good on this map because there's like pretty much usually just like one long sight line. Nice. Try to look to help your orb here.
Healing stream connected.
He's trying to. Nice. Good job, nice. Now stay behind here as much as possible. Keep an eye on your Torb because he might need help. He currently does.
Lightening your capabilities. Protect the payload.
Nice. I like that you're pocketing Ashe now. Ashe has definitely your default beam target, so that's good that you're beaming her. Why is Ashe your default beam target for anyone who's watching? Ashe is a hit scan and she does a lot of damage, and she pairs really well with damage boost. Dynamite's really good with damage boost, and just hit scan damage in general is really good with damage boost.
Let me.
Ashe is pretty much like an S tier damage boost target. The only one that I think is better is Sojourn. I would Velk. There's no reason not to Velk. So one big benefit of Mercy's ult is because you build it so quickly, you will typically get Velk before anyone else in the team gets in the game gets an ult. So right, you're ahead of your whole team, but their Ana actually I think had Nano before you somehow. She must just be healing a lot into this Rhine probably. But I highly recommend at the start of a round, like that is like the unique time when everyone is starting from 0. like you can beat everyone to getting an ult, and Velking as Mercy can help your team like transition into getting their ults and like steamrolling that very first fight if you can build it. And so I would highly recommend you Velk here, because this is last fight on first point, right? You guys are just need to get to this checkpoint. So there's like really no reason not to just like use your resources to get this. So I would love to see you be Velking right now. Yeah, this is like a little too late. Too little too late. Like your Sigma was like low for no reason. Like he shouldn't be staying at half HP when you have Velk. Like you should be beaming all these people at once, chain beam. Or at least like moving your beam around like more easily so you're not, he's not sitting at half. Like it's just, yeah, too little too late, right? Like there's no point in even ulting there because you're not going to save him. You can maybe res this if they're going to give it to you. Yeah, I mean, they really shouldn't have given that. But ended up working. But like, if Ryan had shattered and you had Velked earlier, Sigma wouldn't have died in the first place. And to be honest, the rest of your team probably wouldn't have even had to ult. Or like potentially wouldn't have had to ult.
I am fully focused.
So here, if you use Mike, I would highly recommend you ask like Torb or someone to come touch the point. So you can't like play the game, and it's worse for you not to be able to play the game than any of them except Sigma and Bap. So like either you'd want Ashe or Torb on here, and Ashe's pairs really well with Mercy, so you'd want your Ashe Mercy up there with Sigma.
I'm at the height of my performance.
Oh my god. This emote scares me. I don't know why. This one freaks me out. Okay, heal your Ashe. Heal, res. Girl. Girl, this is why you're not masters.
This ends.
This is why you're not masters. What the fuck? What? YouTube. So you just like to make yourself suffer, is what I'm seeing here. You just like to make your games harder for yourself.
I'm on fire.
Wait, how is he alive? I thought for sure Bap was dead there. So I think it goes without saying you probably shouldn't have been emoting on the cart, or at least stopped earlier to heal your Ashe and like res her afterwards. Again, I would just Velk, like, I don't know why you like are so insistent on not using Velk. Like before this happened, you should have Velk, because like this is last fight for you guys, right? You just need to push this in. So let me just like back up a little bit so I'm super clear about my logic. So especially if it's like last fight, all you have to do is get to the checkpoint, right? And then you can like build your ults again as the cart initially starts pushing. So you get time just to like refill your ult meter. So there's like really no reason not to be like ulting right now, because this is like in theory the last fight of this checkpoint, right? Like not using your ult is wasteful.
Let them up.
And your team is ahead, right? You are up 2 people. There's like no reason to open the door for them to get back into this. So I'm saying it's wasteful because like I feel like if you were chain beaming, you might have been able to save Sigma there, or you might have been able to go for this res here more easily. I would.
Heroes never die.
Okay, nice. I'm glad you're resing. Nice.
It's not done. Enemy turret ahead. Watch yourself.
Good try. That was really good getting them low though. Heal Torb. Nice. Oh no.
Enemy turret ahead. Watch yourself.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm being honest, I feel like you were like hard throwing this game
Focus.
by like not using your Velk.
I can fix that.
Okay, maybe not hard throwing, sorry, but I think like you're like kind of soft throwing this game by just like holding your ult and trying to use it like a Lucio ult. So let's just talk through like why am I saying you should be like using this ult more proactively. The reason I'm saying it is because Mercy's ult lasts 15 seconds. So the difference between Mercy's ult and another support's ult like Lucio or Zen, theirs lasts for like what, like 4 or 5 seconds, and it's like high impact. So they get like high impact but short amount of time, right? High impact, short amount of time. Yours is the opposite. It's like low impact for a long time, right? Like there's this high impact for a short amount of time. Yours is low impact, but it just like lasts forever. So that's why I'm really trying to like push you to like when you see the fight is starting, just like use that thing. Like try to like get your team snowballing with like the chain heal and the chain boost. Like just trying to get your team like into the fight. It's kind of what Velk is good for. It like helps your team like ease into the fight and like get a pick or just like be like pretty stable for the first like 5 or 10 seconds of the fight, right?
Setting out the welcome mat.
Mercy's ult is not some flashy thing you use to like prevent people from dying last second. If you want to have an ult like that, you should play Lucio or you should play Zenyatta.
Enemy turret ahead. Watch your face.
Or play, not really Brig not. Maybe a little bit like Lifeweaver. Lifeweaver is somewhere between Lucio's ult and Mercy's ult. Because it does do a little burst healing, right?
Using your capabilities.
I still think actually Lifeweaver tree is supposed to be used like Mercy's ult kinda. Because it lasts so long, right? I forgot Sigma can float. I was like, are we lagging? Look, I would Velk here. Velk. This is last fight. Velk. Sorry, I'm just really trying to emphasize like I feel like you would have had like 3 extra Velks this game if you had just Velk. Oh my god. That was a good layup, but he should have been he shouldn't have been standing there. So I would probably not Velk right now, just because you're probably gonna die no matter what. I would not Velk. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Okay. So, the reason I didn't want you to Velk there was because you were gonna do like a 1-for-1, and it felt like Sigma might die, which would have been really bad if that happened.
Checking in.
Nice.
Continuing damaging.
Ash is kind of in a weird spot. Oh, she just wanted to bob, I guess.
Stay out of my way.
Oh, I don't really like how you're positioned here. I would just like make sure you're healing Ash. I think it can be good sometimes to damage boost Bob, but I think don't like do that in a way that like forgoes helping your team. And also like I was really scared you're just gonna instantly die. I mean, okay, nice, you guys won. I think you holding Velk, like the story of this VOD review is like you really need to like Velk more often and go for reses faster. That's like the main feedback I have for you. I'm glad you won, but I think please use your ultimate more often, please. And then also try to have like more urgency and reposition more quickly to get your res off. Sorry, I really don't want this on one line, but it's fine. Yeah, I mean, this pretty much summarizes everything. I really think you just have 2 main issues. One is I think you are like slow to res and you are giving the team, there was like one time it happened in this game, but like I can imagine this will happen more and more as you continue to climb. They will like push up and take the space away from you when you want to go for the res. You need to be fast and you need to like quickly assess, and that just comes with like putting yourself in situations where you like test that out, your boundaries and stuff like that. But like if you have like a shield tank or something, typically they'll help you, especially if you calm it. So try to have like urgency to get res off, especially if it's game changing, and like really consider these things that I'm talking about, like to help you decide like, oh, like you can like preload this information in your mind before the fight even starts to inform your behavior. So if you're like, they're like almost about to get to the checkpoint, like you don't have to then think to yourself like, do we get another fight after this? Like, no, if you've like preloaded in your head like this is the fight we need to like hold them on to like save the checkpoint, like then you should just automatically know like I need to get this res off or we're gonna lose because we don't have a tank or whatever, right? Like you can kind of think about these things ahead of time. And sometimes this stuff is like before the fight even starts, you need to fight plan a little bit on like, what do I do to win this, right? Like, what can I do to help my team win this? And a lot of the time it's like rezzing the tank. Honestly, on Mercy, that's like really important. And then, yeah, please, please, please use your alt more. And it's like Belk is like good to use at the start of a team. So, because it's like low impact but lasts a very long. So it'll help your team like snowball slash like get momentum. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, I would love to see you work on these two issues, and please let me know if you have any questions. And for everyone else watching, I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday on Twitch, so feel free to check me out there. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like the video, comment if you have any questions. I read all the comments and I respond. And my other socials will be in the bio. And if you want a gameplay review of your own, you can buy one on my coffee, or you can earn enough channel points and get one for free on Twitch by redeeming the channel point reward. And then I'll do one for you, just like this. And thank you again to I Don't Heal for purchasing this VOD review, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye, everyone.